followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, Bhagavan beautifully says, I myself will be in the Kailash Courtyard, where I am manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva, and each of us can experience the auspiciousness, abundance, and bliss. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness. Tantra is the method to experience the consciousness. Beautifully from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. This is for the power, Shastra Pramana, for the power of consciousness over matter.
Is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Kvachit vastuni vinyasya shanair drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Kvachit vastuni vinyasya shanair drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully explains the sutra.
Having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, Vastu, one should slowly withdraw the sight from that object as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of the object along with the thoughts and impression of it. Then, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exist, all inclusive or infinity. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how we experience the oneness with the object. If you take a rose and you understand that it is not just the word rose, the knowledge, or it is not just the make of it, which is the color, which is the first time we experience the rose, but only in the space of oneness with the rose, where you understand it is consciousness which is presented as a rose. When you are in the oneness with the rose, simply you can manipulate or you can do anything with the rose. All this great science again and again is given to us. The higher reality, how you experience with Paramashiva, is the ultimate gift that Bhagavan has given us. Either we experience the oneness with Paramashiva and experience beyond our whatever we are having the blind spots, or the blind spots opens up in us as confusion, chaos, and root shocks us with all its fullness. That is why Bhagavan says the power manifestation is which folks hold into all this self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred and starts manifesting the powers of Paramashiva so beautifully. Let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, Ramanuja, one of the greatest saints who had come down just to showcase the highest reality. The Nawab there, he said he has taken away all the idols from all the places and put it in somewhere. And he said, if you want, you can call the deity and the deity let it come to you. And simply you can see when Ramanuja called him Chella Pillai, come to me, with a deep reverence and gratitude. Simply the whole deity walked to Ramanuja. Ramanuja still stays in the temple, not just as what Western world call mummy, but in Kayakalpa body, that his body even now radiates the powerful space of enlightenment. You can see when he calls the deity, The deity simply walked to him in physical form and manifested in front of the Mughal king, and the Mughal king was totally taken back how a matter could take a form and walk and beautifully come to Ramanuja. He could not believe his eyes, and he was so shocked to see the deity in his hand. And Nawab simply became surrendered to Ramanujan. This great science, Bhagavan beautifully explains how his experience of the first oneness space when Arnagiri Yogeshwara explained to Bhagavan.
The being, using that powerful eyes, he was looking into me. Of course, that is too much. So naturally, sleep disappears. I'll describe the scene. The next word is Sami. That's the way he used to call me, because that is the way my whole family used to address. I had hundreds of names given and self-given. And it continues even now. But most used name is this Swami. Even my mother used to call me as Swami only. From the time I remember me, I never heard any other word from my mother. Even as a baby, as a child, I always heard only she calling me, addressing me as a Swami. Never I have heard from her the name my parents have given. It's only Swami. So, Arunagiri Yogeshwara uttered the word Swami. The moment he called Swami, I just sat up and the eye and eyes got locked. His eyes and my eyes got locked. He raised the right hand with a gesture. Are you able to raise your hand? So the meaning is, are you able to do what you want? It was not verbal. It was like a show. So naturally, I responded. Means I moved my hand and showed, yes, I can. Suddenly, Onada. It just clicked and I started laughing. He started laughing. Both of us were laughing for 10 minutes. Understand? I'll tell you exactly what happened in me. When you have a consciousness which can command and execute something that is one with ultimate, so you are ultimate. I know now with this theory there will be 100 questions, doubts you may have. All that we can digest, grind, burn next. But the first click, he's right. That first click was so powerful. The words uttered were only 2 words. Swami. Then he showed through the gestures. Are you able to move the right hand? So I responded in the same way, gestures, not words. Yes, I can move. What is there? So just when this gesture, question, answer was going on, I could understand very clearly what he is trying to convey. If you have a consciousness which can command and make the matter, body is matter, make the matter obey, listen, you are carrying, which is ultimate. You are the consciousness which is ultimate. Like something hit on my forehead. It was such an ecstasy blossoming, flowering.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how he had the moment of Swami Vannada as conscious entanglement, and he understood, cognizing, deciding, and standing up to who we are, the consciousness, the Paramashiva space, ultimate. That is what we have to recognize in us again and again. Hold that beautiful space of oneness, and the ultimate space starts manifesting in us. If we understand that we are Paramashiva, that is the very reason this matter, the dead body that we hold, becomes alive as the physical body when the consciousness enters. Every night we enter into the different bodies, deep sleep, dream state, and the physical state is considered to be three bodies that we enter: Sushma Sarira, Shukshma Sharira, and Karana Sarira. So we can get into the Turiya state also, which is Paramashiva in us. When we wake up as Paramashiva, all this what we are looking at is only mere suffering, which is only telling us to wake up again and again to the reality. The existential reality is not perceived the way we are perceiving it. All the struggle we are having is only because we view the existential reality in our own perceptional reality. If we wake up to the existential reality, Bhagavan says all of us are Paramashiva. In 84 million species and 8 billion people, we are the chosen one to experience the Paramashiva space. And let's manifest all these powers, and again and again, how you do yoga every day, puja every day, doing the power manifestation every day makes us recognize our consciousness again and again. Being in the oneness for few minutes with Paramashiva brings so much of auspiciousness and abundance, irrespective of what we are going through. It is not who we are. We get blessed with all this great truth. But because the great truth is so powerful, even anybody new steps into this Kailash courtyard, Bhagavan says, they will manifest all the 463 powers. Then imagine what a space we all hold. Be in that beautiful space of Devi. And here the guidelines: make sure the coconut is placed in a flat surface. You can keep your palm flat on the table or on a ground which is flat so that it is rested clearly and it is not moving. You can put a sellotape or you can leave it like that. You can put any object. You can put the Jnananjan, which is in your Kantamala, in your third eye and your temple, and on the hand which has the object. It can be a lemon or coconut, whichever you prefer, but coconut is the best thing. You can have the coconut with you. Not only coconuts move, but also in courtyard, all the balasans used to actually trouble me by breaking the coconut and not allowing the Nithyanandam participants to even move it. Again and again, they'll see the coconut, it'll break. You know how hard it is to break a coconut, but simply by the space of Paramashiva, they used to have such a joy, just like Krishna, breaking all the coconuts. And here you can keep it on your hand or you can keep it on the silicon. Silicon is again the mother element. We are so connected to mother. So it will simply listen how in water, if you do a ripple, it connects to everybody and it ripples. Same way, the mother energy that our body is made of, the same thing, the mother is silicon, is there in all the gadgets. So simply it listens to the Paramashiva space when you connect in the oneness. So you can keep it, but make sure the gadget is completely switched off. You can touch the coconut on the silicon if you feel you're not connected to that, but it's okay to start with, but slowly and slowly withdraw your hand, just do your through your third eye and experience the quantum space. We know what is the logical space. We have to experience the quantum space only through meditation. Deep samadhi space is the quantum space. And Bhagavan has beautifully given the instruction for us to experience the ultimate. Sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Again and again, remember Parashakti, Paramashiva in your third eye. 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Why we are visualizing like that? Becoming so alive, aware continuously. If you sit with your 25 heads on your neck, just imagine what kind of an awareness you will create. Absolute unclutching from the mind. Any thoughts in the mind. Be very clear, when you go to sleep, you do not have any thoughts. You unclutch completely. That's why you fall into sleep. So you know how to unclutch. Only thing, consciously we are going to unclutch by chanting the Mahavakya and entangling with Bhagavan. It's so beautifully said. How even the moon reacts in each of us, even the planets have so much, and because everything is connected, now they have found out in science that the mother's womb, when the baby is there, through the umbilical cord, the stem cell passes through to her blood, and she is able to recognize any problem in the child. Even the child grows up and it's at any distance, just because the mere connection of the stem cells in her body, which is connected to the child. So science is getting there, but we are already connected, all of us. In Big Bang, all the particles were together. Now we have spread into the vast universe, and it is now also clearly seen that vast universe, 99.999%, is unmanifest. Now the science is catching up with every word Bhagavan has said. We are in the quantum space. We are the Paramashiva experiencing the quantum. It's all power manifestation is about recognizing that quantum space. It's not to achieve something or get something or make the coconut dance, nothing. Just to recognize the Paramashiva space in you. How you can deeply get into the same state just like sleep, but with awareness. Merge into Paramashiva in awareness. At his lotus feet, you can recognize all the powers of Paramashiva. All that we need to do is be in the bhava of Parashakti, Paramashiva, and chant the Mahavakya in such a way that you are listening. Again and again, go back to the listening. That is the whole key of this power manifestation. So when you start listening deeply, enjoying and surrendering to Bhagavan's lotus feet, something else happens as auspiciousness and abundance in you. You can experience that right now and the full day that you're going to experience in ultimate bliss and oneness. Now we'll entangle with Bhagavan in the oneness space. He's already in the quantum. You know, science has clearly shown that if you see something and the exercise, for example, you mirror in your body the same exercise. Same way, if you start seeing the quantum space, you also get into that space. The oneness capsules are so powerful because he's in the deep samadhi space. You also get into the same space, and chanting the Mahavakya, you merge into Paramashiva. Any of the Ishtadevata that you have in your third eye, you also experience the same quantum space. And these few seconds, yes, seconds, you manifest as powers. All we need is few seconds, but for us to get those seconds, we are in the meditation for few minutes. So if you're ready with all the things, let's start. Experience consciousness over matter with Paramashiva, chanting continuously and listening to the chanting that each one of us are experiencing the oneness.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amritapur, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amritapur, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes.
So beautiful. Slowly, gently open your eyes. If you take a picture or you're recording, that's wonderful. All those great signs are again and again downloaded in us to recognize the Paramashiva. Bhagavan says, Brahmanya Bahuputratam, meaning favorite inheritance of the cosmos. We are like given $1 trillion and asked to give a check, and when we start using the check and we pay the whole thing, then we understand that, oh, we are it really works, this card really works, or this check really works, and we can pay for anything. Yes, we can. And everything, it was such a beautiful thing between Sundarar and Tirunjana Sambandar. So beautiful. They were debating who was manifesting bigger powers. And it's so that Sundarar said, Tirunjana Sambandar, from a pot of ash, Angam Boombavai, she was awakened from just the DNA of the ash. And what did Sundarar do? Sundarar was the greatest pal of Paramashiva. He literally treated Paramashiva as his buddy. And more than anything, he was so close to him. He could make Shiva do all his errands to that extent. And he went to a place where they were putting the sacred thread, and one couple were crying that they lost the child. So they asked, where is the child? And they said, few years back, we lost the child. We know time travel in science-fi movies, but we don't know anything in reality. But here, Sundarar went to that place where there was no lake, no crocodile, and the kid was not there, obviously. And he created the lake, he created the crocodile, and from the mouth of the crocodile, when the crocodile had the kid, it was a baby. Now the kid wakes up at the right age and comes to the parents. And that was the phenomenal thing, how Sundarar manifested the reality. Is it possible for you and me? Absolutely, Bhagavan says. Each one of us have come down to experience the ultimate. It's like asking the sun's rays, if one ray is better than other ray, can it do the same thing as the sun? Absolutely. The sun is giving all the rays to manifest as the greatest light for all of us, the heat for all of us. And each ray is equally possible for it to manifest the higher reality. Same way Bhagavan says, Each one of us are the chosen one by Bhagwan. If you're in the Kailash Kotya, do a Anga Pradakshina to yourself, because you are the chosen one, ultimate space. You can say, I'm going through so much of trauma. Yes, Valmiki went through the worst thing. He was a murderer and he was in such a depression that nobody was ready to take his sin. And he was so frustrated. He came to Narada and said, what kind of a life am I living? So it's not just us. It can be worse than that. And same thing, the Angulimala, the person who was collecting all the thumbs, he was such a killer, serial killer, where he collected 999 thumb and made a mala. And Buddha, just at one glimpse, gave him the space of enlightenment, just in the pure oneness space. And he was the worst of worst. It's not because who he is, because who is Paramashiva, that manifest in him. Bhagavan says this Mahavakya has more power than who we are. Paramashiva has more power on us than who we are. If we are more powerful that we can call Swamiji or Bhagavan, we could have done it, but he has chosen us because we called him. And simply surrendering to his lotus feet, he would physically be there even to bless us. Everything is a possibility in us for recognizing that is power manifestation. Recognizing who we are because we are the chosen one. We are Paramashiva. Recognizing that very space of the beautiful bliss, auspiciousness, abundance, sarvanyatva, because Guru says it. And Guruvak is life. Doing all the detox, doing the yoga, doing the puja, power manifestation simply happens as reality, which is enlightenment itself. The greatest gift that Bhagavan has downloaded in all of us is to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Let's get really intense and engage in the Mahavakya as we start chanting the Mahavakya, holding the bhava of Paramashiva, Parashakti, not allowing any of the thoughts. Disengage from everything, unclutch. Do not engage, Bhagavan says. Be unclutched from everything. Thoughts can happen, all the clumsy confusion, everything can happen in front of us, but that is not us. We are Paramashiva. Only stand by that. Again and again, see yourself only as Paramashiva, manifesting all your reality here in this class or outside. The reality that we need to manifest is only Paramashiva's space. He manifests and fulfills us extraordinarily. Chanting for the second cycle, few minutes, deeply start chanting and listening to your chanting and merging into Bhagavan's lotus feet again and again. Whatever Bhagavan does, take it as prasada, the greatest blessing of today. Let's start experiencing consciousness over matter.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani open up. Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. This 42 minutes that you are experiencing oneness with Paramashiva, continuously manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, is the ultimate space that Bhagavan says the only thing the whole day we all do something important and something which is good is the power manifestation space. So few seconds every day at least we are following the Guru Vak and preparing ourselves to become that energy that we can receive the Devi's blessings. We getting prepared again and again is very important to hold that superconscious space. And that is what Bhagavan is giving so many power manifestation for us to first receive all this and get prepared to receive the ultimate. So please share your experience, your powerful cognition in tinyurl.com/power manifestation and thank Bhagavan for offering all this and being there for each one of us to receive the prasada. Bhagavan is more present than each one of us. Remembering that, let's thank Bhagavan in deep gratitude, whatever Paramashiva has given as the gift today for us. And let's surrender all this powerful cognition and power manifestation to Bhagavan's lotus feet in deep gratitude and deep earning that Paramashiva to become my existential reality. Thanking Bhagavan, thanking all of you here, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva and contributing to Kailasha again and again. When you contribute to Kailasha, be very clear, Kailasha accounts to everything. The Dharma is you protect Dharma, Dharma protect you. Very clearly you can see in your life how many things it would have happened, but because of your contribution, simply those difficult times was not difficult for you because you are contributing to Kailasha. Be very clear, all this is not just a myth, but it is an actual reality. Now science is catching up with everything and giving us the higher science to understand these things. But whatever Bhagavan says, simple integrity, simple obedience. Please go ahead and enrich and cause 10 other people to come to the power manifestation and attend all these things, what Bhagavan is giving, and contribute whatever simple as a penny to contributing from your currency is the ultimate gift for us to create all the beautiful space of Paramashiva in us. With deep gratitude, let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Thank you, everybody. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. See you after the next darshan or next satsang.